My name is Mike Ippoliti. I'm with Valley National Financial Advisors, and I'm here today to talk about retirement pension options. If you are fortunate enough to have a defined benefit pension plan, you most likely will be faced with making one of the two following choices. Should I take the traditional monthly pension for life, or should I consider taking a lump sum payment? Let's think about the traditional monthly pension. What impact does inflation have on a monthly pension? Well, first of all, monthly pensions are traditionally fixed for life. That means there's no inflation adjustment. As such, you might discover that your purchasing power declines significantly over time. Another question for consideration is, what is the financial viability of your company? What's the likelihood that they could file bankruptcy? Well, even though the Pension Benefit Guarantee Board provides some level of insurance, there still is a possibility that your pension check could be reduced. A third consideration is, when selecting your pension, should you be basing your pension just on your life expectancy, or should you be taking a reduced amount so that if your spouse were to survive you, they would get a reduced payment amount? Now let's think about the lump sum payment. One of the beneficial attributes of the lump sum payment is the flexibility to take large amounts of withdrawals at any point in time during your retirement. And if we think about your 30 plus years of retirement, high probability that you're going to run into some large expenses. For example, a large medical bill, a dental bill, major repair to your house, you need to replace a car. Another benefit of the lump sum is any money that's left over at time of death would go to your heirs. Conversely, with a traditional pension plan, when you die, the pension ceases. There is one significant negative attribute associated with lump sum payment. And the question you need to consider is, do you have the investment knowledge to invest wisely? Do you have the spending discipline to control your spending during some 30 plus years of retirement? If not, there's a possibility that you could be depleting your assets before the end of your retirement. Now let's compare both the lump sum payment and the traditional pension. Which one gives you more money? Well, the answer is, actuarially, they're equivalent. And the way the pension lump sum is calculated is based on three factors. It's based on your monthly pension amount, your life expectancy, and interest rates. Your monthly pension amount is a function of your most recent salary. It's also a function of your continuous years of service, as well as some other rules that may be incorporated in your company's specific pension plan. With regard to life expectancies, well, the life expectancy is based on the average life expectancy for someone your age at time of retirement. How do they calculate the lump sum payments? Well, it's actually very similar to a mortgage. And let's assume for the moment that your monthly payment out is $4,774 a month. And the life expectancy that has been assumed for that calculation is 30 years. And the underlying interest rate assumption was 4%. We could see very vividly from the table, with a slight 0.5% change in the assumed interest rate, there's a dramatic change in the lump sum calculation. Given today's relatively low interest rates, there is a slight bias in favor of lump sum calculation. Another question to consider is, what is the impact of taxes? Fortunately, Pennsylvania is one of 13 states that currently does not tax income from Social Security, monthly pensions, or even distributions from an IRA into which you may have invested your lump sum amount. On the other hand, all three of these income sources are subject to federal income taxes. One last and final question you need to address in not only your pension options, but also just in determining should you retire at this point in time, is, do you have sufficient investment assets? Do you have sufficient income sources to ensure that you can maintain your current standard of living throughout 30+ years of retirement. You may want to consider engaging a financial advisor, preferably one who's a certified financial planner, to assist you in your retirement analysis and your pension options. Thank you for your time, for viewing and listening to this presentation.